Hello Bookish people, today we're going to be doing a video of books I own but haven't read yet. So these are just the first books in a couple of series that I own and have not read yet. So kind of a spin of turning the books around so that you can't see the spine and what they are. I am too lazy to do that and I don't have a camera to do that, so bleh. Now the catch is these are books that I've owned for 6 months or more, most likely, so any new books that I have gotten and haven't read yet don't count. So, for example, the Illuminae trilogy doesn't count because I only just got the first book like a couple weeks ago, so that doesn't count at the moment. But books like Cinder that I got early this year, late last year, Go of the Dragon Tattoo, Bloodlines. I got these immediately after I read the Vampire Academy series, and I read all those last year, but I just haven't gotten around to these. It could also be that I got the last book damaged and just lost my hype for it when I got them because I couldn't read them all in one go like I did with the Vampire Academy, but I'm excited to read these. I'm just very lazy and have quite a few books to read. Now this series is, the covers I have are so pretty. I've got oh, you can't see them, but I got the purple and the blue ones that go with this Divergent set, but I keep hearing more reviews about it that it sucks, the last book is so horrible, and it's like, I haven't seen the movies honestly, so I have no clue. I haven't seen the movies or read these, and I want to read these because they got a lot of hype and they're really well known, and they got the movies made for them, so obviously they must be kind of good, but I don't know, I just keep hearing more and more bad of it, and it's like decreasing my want to read it. Okay, you can clearly see a darker shade of magic. I don't know, I got these, I had no idea who the author was, I had no idea what the stories were about, so I just got them, and it's like, ooh, they look interesting. Haven't really heard too much. Illumicrate is now, is it Illumicrate? I think it's Illumicrate's doing like a 5-year anniversary edition, like hardcover with sprayed edges, coming out in April 25th, that's right. So I'm kind of getting excited to read these because I'm starting to see more hype for them again, so maybe we'll get to these sometime soon. Yes, I have not read any Cassandra Clare books. Shh. It's okay, it doesn't matter. Apparently these are the sucky books. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I keep hearing that the Mortal Instruments, like the first 3, are either your worst nightmare or your best friend, and a lot of people have nostalgia for them, so that's why they think they're so good, but I have to read these to read the Infernal Devices, to read the Dark Artifices, to read Chain of Gold, so I have to at least read these sometime soon, but I've never read this, or seen the movie, or seen the show. I refuse to watch the movie until I've at least read the first 2 books, and I can read the first book and be safe with the show, because apparently it deviates from it like all hell, so as long as I read the first book, I can start watching the Shadowhunters show and not be disappointed because I haven't read the rest of the series. We have The Darkest Night. This is book 1 of the Lords of the Underworld series, which I keep talking about incessantly at the moment to myself, and possibly to you, I'm not sure, but I've read bits and pieces, but I haven't read from books 1 to the new one consistently and consecutively, one after the other in order, so I'm gonna count it as I haven't read this series, really, because I've read Sabine and Gwen's book and a couple others, but I have not read the first book. Oh god, what are you? yeah, this is the start of Pandora's box and them getting all their demons, so from what I've read, I do love, and I'm really hoping I love the whole series, but I'm gonna start right back at the start eventually, but I have not started and read these, so I'm counting this as I haven't read this series. This is a kind of, I haven't read this book, but I also haven't read anything by Rainbow Rowell. Sorry. But I haven't read anything by Rainbow Rowell ever, so, I technically didn't get this, I got given this, so, it doesn't count, I didn't buy it, it's okay. Sorry. But Eleanor and Park, yeah, I keep hearing more things about Wayward Son and Carry On and, just other books of this author's, but never Eleanor and Park really, so I haven't been inclined to pick it up and read it, but I also haven't, I didn't get this for myself, so there hasn't been any, inclination for me to pick it up, because I didn't get it, so I have no idea what it's about. I just know there's a girl, there's a boy, Eleanor and Park. I expect a cute romance, kind of, but it also says not suitable for younger readers, so smart? No clue. The Black Dagger Brotherhood! Okay, I kind of started watching Chandler Ainsley, and her love for this series has kind of just prompted me to pick them back up and attempt to try and read them all again, but this is like the Lords of the Underworld series. I've read a couple of random bits from it, but never books 1 to whatever consecutively, so probably haven't read a lot of the series, so yep, haven't read it. And this big thing is American Gods. Okay. The last line, the first line in the blurb says Dave's before his prison release, so mildly interested already, but another case of I didn't get it, it got given to me for a birthday or something, so we're not too sure what's in it, what it's about. We know Neil Gaiman is an amazing thing because of Coraline and so many others, but I have not read it. Or anything by him, actually, because I've seen Coraline around, but I haven't picked it up and read it. Same with Good Omens, I think. I think I have Good Omens on my shelves too, but I can't remember. And they're in a need of reorganization when I get some new ones, but shh, it's okay. But haven't read this. The cover looks really nice, but unfortunately a little damaged. But that's okay, we love it anyway. Lastly, we have this. I have the whole trilogy on my shelves. I've got a little thing dedicated to it with some prints and a scrunchie, and I think there's a bookmark up there too, because I bought this because Bookstagram just would not shut up about it, so it's it must be really good. I bought them, but I have not read them yet, because I don't do well with TBRs. I'm a mood reader. I pick it up and I either like it and read it all in whatever short amount of time I can, or I don't touch it for a very long time. As is the case with The Black Witch, it took too long for me to find the first book, so I didn't pick it up when I wanted to read it, so now I haven't read it for a long time. But yeah, I just keep hearing more and more, and I'm so gonna butcher this, I'm so sorry. Piera Ford has her YouTube, I don't know what it actually is a movie. It's not there's trailers and a kind of a show for the Nevernight series where she dresses up as Mia, but yeah. I'm also anxious to pick this up. The footnotes are either love or hate, and I don't know. I'm gonna be sad to pick it up and not like it because I've got the whole thing and it's oh, but we really wanted to read it, but we don't like it. Ugh, hair on my face. So, not too sure, but kind of want to pick it up because the spines all match and they're very pretty. And yeah, so I'm not too sure honestly. But that is the conclusion of my books I own but haven't read, the first books in series edition kind of thing, except for Eleanor and Park and American Gods, because they're not part of series, but I just haven't read anything by either of those authors, so I included them because there's a lot of books written by them that I'm kind of curious to pick up and read. But I hope everyone is staying safe, social distancing, and making the most out of their time at home. If you're a reader and are happy to read and get through your TBR, if it's anything like mine and is giant.